Hi everyone, and welcome back to Anime Roomy. The members are
Lovely Lively Pink, Sakura.
Your Blue Ranger One-san, Yuri.
Happy and Sunny is Orange, Mikan.
and I'm your MC, A Touch of Sweet and Sour Yellow, Yuzu. So without further ado, let's get started. So Yuri, is there any anime you've been watching recently?
Yes, as a matter of fact, ODDTAXI from last year,
Yes.
which is a really, really interesting and in many ways like quite a unique anime, and not just for the reasons I was expecting, wherein the cast are like all anthropomorphized animals. But a little bit of overview is that it follows the driver of a taxi in Tokyo. He's had sort of a hard life, and he's not the most sociable guy, but being a taxi driver, it brings him into contact with a lot of people. So the people that he meets all have their own, we get to like follow their lives after they get out of the cab. And before you know it, it also starts bringing in like crime drama elements and going in directions that I totally wasn't expecting. It actually turned out to, more than anything, be a film noir kind of plot.
Oh.
Where the main character, Odokawa, who's a walrus, I should mention. So, like, imagine, like, a film noir starring a walrus is also already something completely unique. But right from the first episode, he accidentally gets involved with... He's in the foreground of a photograph of what seems to be someone who just committed a murder. And then it turns out, he has sort of like the beginnings of a romantic interest in the nurse that works with the doctor he sees for, the sort of health problems that come with like working in a cabin, sitting all day. But so it turns out like she might be involved in some kind of shady dealings herself. And then Odokawa himself seems to have some kind of connection with high school age girl who's gone missing and is presumed kidnapped or worse. So it's all the trappings of like a classic noir plotline, which is really,
I haven't watched it at all yet.
It kind of caught me off guard. Like I was expecting, so you see like a bunch of animals, right? So they either go two directions.
It looks like it'll be a comedy.
Stars,
Yeah.
or like
stars.
like that kind of thing, or like Shirokuma Cafe, where it's just like really cute and like nice. And I thought it was gonna be that
that's
direction.
what I thought.
Incredibly
it was
silly.
too.
Like the opening was like, I think it was like colored pencils. It was like a really cute opening too. And I was like, oh, this
The
is gonna
opening
be so
is
fun.
really neat. It's cute and it's done in that sketchy style, but it's also
Yeah.
set to this very like sort of
Is it?
like
Yeah.
adult contemporary kind of hip hop,
Yeah, it's
electronic
rap.
music.
Japanese rap is
It's very
such
mellow
a
rap,
genre. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Like this opening, and then the it was like this one chunk of Devilman Crybaby where they featured a rap song that I absolutely love. So like Japanese rap for me is like, it's very picky, and like that song from ODDTAXI.
When it's well done, it's really good.
It,
Super
it
good.
reminded me of the song called Shanghai Kani Tabetai. It's like, I actually don't know what the title is, but it's like, it's kind of like that like vibe, and I really liked it. And I thought it was gonna be a lot more lighthearted. But like episode 1, it just like, you're like, wait, what just happened? And like, I think the humor was like also really nice. Like it was the walrus. This is like this very, I don't know. I thought it was gonna be like a boring character, but like the way he talks, and, like, he's kind of like snappy. I like that.
Dry humor.
It is such a dry show, and it's like, it's what I call a smart dumb comedy. It has a lot of like really silly gags, but it has like just a very intelligent approach to it, and it's really good at working in like these totally bizarre running gags. There's one that they drop in the first episode that's totally out of left field, where he's at the doctor's office and the doctor doesn't really have like a clear diagnosis for him, so instead he like brings up that he thought the best performance in We Are the World was Bruce Springsteen's. And they go on about this for like 5 minutes. And it becomes this extended gag where it's carried over into future episodes. Like, I wouldn't have expected to see that in any piece of media this day and age, much less in anime. But it's just so hilariously committed to like seeing how far it can carry these weird gags, while also maintaining a really compelling plot line.
Yeah.
You mentioned B-Stars earlier, and I think this is something that B-Stars' success maybe helped pave the way for, because we had like anime high school student drama among animal people in B-Stars, and now this is like adult working class animal people with like boring problems, but also like some exciting intrigue, and they really set up a lot of plot points right from the first episode that you really want to see what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
So it's like it has the fixings of a genuine mystery.
So Yuri has been watching OTA-KATSU, and if you haven't watched it yet, definitely check it out. And yeah.
Mikan's OTA-KATSU Diary.
Hi Roomies! Today I'm here at the PONYCANYON company in Japan for the first time ever, and I'm actually meeting the people who are working on this podcast live in person today.
Hi Roomies, I'm Megumi Onuki at PONYCANYON. Today I'd like to share with you the story behind the opening scene of Skelton Knight in Another World, which is Waga Roman no Michio by Perike-san as a singer.
So, can I ask why you guys chose Perike-san as the artist for this opening?
Perike-san has been a Nihon singer for a decade, and he had lots of fun over the world. And we thought it must be great if he make a debut as an original artist on Japanese anime. He has nearly 4 million subscribers
Oh, wow.
on his channel.
And he's a Japanese singer?
Not at all. He is Norway singer
Wow.
and live in Norway now. So we doing everything online.
Oh, wow.
But he acts so quickly and the everything got very smoothly.
Yeah, that's amazing though.
Yeah, he is very professional and I really enjoyed communicating with him. We did Zoom, email, everything.
Oh, wow, it was amazing though.
Yeah,
Norway.
he cooperated a lot. He made a lot of movies for promotions and made a comment.
So I'm sure it was like something also really big and like, exciting for him too.
As a promoter, it was very nice to have such artist.
I can imagine.
Mikan's OTA-KATSU Diary.
For today's topic, we'll be choosing a card from a deck of cards with different themes. So we have cards numbered 1 through 5, right? So which number do you guys want to choose today?
I feel like we should go with somewhere between 3 and 5.
3 and 5? Okay. Do any of you have like a preference?
4
For 8? Okay.
Oh, for 4.
All right.
4 for 4.
4 for 4? 4 for 4.
Okay.
That's always the one I go to first too, but yeah.
So the theme for number 4 is, drumroll,
Oh, what manga series do you have all the volumes of?
Okay.
Oh, Kana-san's got a... I mean, Mikan-san's got a face.
Yeah. Okay, so because I recently moved, right? I couldn't take a lot of them with me.
Oh,
But-
that's the saddest thing.
That's very sad.
It's like leaving a pet behind.
Yeah, I
It
actually
is.
couldn't take any of them with me just because books are so heavy.
What's one of the longest ones that you've read completely where you have all of them?
名探偵コナン
All of
Yes.
them. Wait. All of
Detective
them.
boy.
That's truly impressive.
Yeah.
Because that. How
That's a
long has
long
that
one.
series been running?
It's
It's been
very-
decades.
Wait, were they
think-
all single volumes or did you have a bunch of omnibuses?
I had like tankobon. What is it?
Wow. I know that there are probably just about up to 100 by now.
Yeah, let me
That's
look
incredible.
it up.
Oh my
Wait, can I
god.
ask who your favorite character is?
I like Kaito Kido.
Oh, okay. So it was Zero or
Oh,
Amuro-san.
Zero has a new.
He has exactly. He has his own
not manga.
series.
Yeah, series now.
And
Wait,
I
is that
have all of those.
Is that the Osaka guy? Which one's him? I like
no,
him.
he's in the
He's the guy-
bottle.
He wears the barista, but then also
Yeah.
like the.
Oh yes, yes,
Like
yes.
he has
Oh,
like the blonde
yeah.
hair and like the tan skin.
I love him. I have so many Amuro-san merchandise. Like I'm using a phone stand right now that has him right here.
Oh.
Oh, awesome. And not to derail this, but fan art of this character always throws me off.
Oh my god, yes.
Because people
Yes.
make him look like a very similar looking character in Blood Blockade Battlefront.
Oh.
Yes, they do. They do.
So there's
They
always a
do.
moment where I'm
Yeah.
like, what is Zap doing here? But two series that I own multiple copies of on purpose in different editions
Mhm. Whoa.
are Trigon,
Mhm.
which I had the whole series of in the original tankobon, but then they did like condensed larger editions
Mhm. Oh,
and,
yeah.
with the mangaka Yasuhiro Naito's art being like very, very detailed. Like a larger format is really nice to be able to like pick out. You know, you can see like every little piece of grit in an action scene, like every sandstorm in Trigon, which there's a lot of since in the desert. And Sailor Moon, I have 2 editions of, and I'm working on a third in 3
Whoa.
languages:
Oh,
French, Japanese, and English.
Oh.
But and Sailor Moon was 18 volumes originally. I believe that was the longest series that I had every volume of. But as of last year, Kekai Sensen reached 19 volumes and surpassed it. And it's still going strong, so here's to 20 more. Sakura, how about you?
For me, I'm going to have to come clean and say I don't have any completed sets of any manga because I've always been a digital reader.
Oh,
There's
okay.
so
I
many good
see.
things to going like going digital is like really good. Like when you think about it, but I just can't. Like I don't know. Like I've started it and I don't know what, like how to like switch.
You don't have to dust it. You don't have to keep the cat away from it.
Yeah.
There are definitely some benefits.
The only thing that sucks is like if you forget your password or something like that.
Yeah.
So like, where do you collect it? Is it like an app?
Well,
or?
because like for me, I haven't been a collector too much.
Oh.
So like the chapters and stuff, like I'll pay for to read, like Bookwalker and stuff like that. So like I haven't been too much into collecting manga to have them. I just read the chapters and I'm like, okay, cool, I'm fulfilled, and then I just forget about it. But
Aw.
I literally have 3 books of manga, and they are
Yeah.
1 volume of Achikochi.
Oh my
it's
god, I love
this-
Achikochi.
I love
It's so
Good
cute.
pick.
right? And then I also have 1 volume of Puyo Puyo Kansatsu Nikki, which
Oh my
is
God.
I think it's like it's really cute. It's one of my favorites. And then the last one is one that I found just randomly at like a younger age, just browsing a Japanese bookstore, called Kinokoneko. And
wow,
it's
that's
kind
That's
of
exactly what it sounds like.
yeah, well, it's basically like a cat that looks like he's made out of like rags, but he grows
Aw.
like mushrooms on him, and he's got like
That's so
a dude who takes
cute.
care of him.
Oh.
It's like one of those like weird. I don't know if it's obscure. I feel like it's obscure because it's just one of those things I saw on the shelf and picked up. And I was young enough that I was in a bookstore and they had asked me, it's a bookstore in Japan, and they had asked me, do I want a cover for the books? And I tried to answer them, and I was just like, I have no clue what the heck they're asking me. So I was just like, no. And they're like, okay, great. And then I go in again. And I'm like, where are the covers for the books again? Because, like, you know, I was young enough to be like out and about, you know, in Japan, you're allowed to go anywhere as a child.
Right.
So-
Yeah.
You can
My
read
grandma-
Kinokoneko on the train. It's wonderful.
Yeah. My grandma was like, yeah, here's $50, have at it. And I got Mossburger and then went to the Aeon and like did a little bit of like arcade stuff. I think
Oh.
it was still Pokemon 5 Gen at the time. So they
Wow.
were the little arcade at the Aeon still had like little a claw machine, and I won like a Hydreigon keychain. It's the little blue dragon Pokemon with like one big head and hands that are heads. It's the cutest thing. I always think it's the derpiest Pokemon that's supposed to be like semi-god tier, but it's fine.
That sounds like a very productive day.
Yeah.
And you managed to find a manga that none of us have heard of, which is
It's one of those things that
a
like
big
my mom-
achievement.
Yeah.
And then
My mom was looking
Yuzu.
through all of my stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I was just saying, you said you also have the Billy bookcase of IKEA.
Billy.
for
Yeah, what's in it?
manga.
So this is a hard question because first of all, my mom is she collects manga more than I do. So
Oh,
I
that's
can't
wonderful.
say that what she owns, I've read all of it. So she owns probably more than 2,000 copies because it's all in the living room. She just has the IKEA, all the walls in the living room are the IKEA.
I lost.
Is your mom adopting by any chance? 'Cause
Are you
the
guys
thing-
opening a manga cafe anytime soon?
Yes.
Like-
Would you
Might
like
as
a
well make
3D
money off that.
Onesan? I can move.
But
I'll bring my own manga.
personally, I like also am like the type to just start like a bunch of different ones just slowly. So I don't really like collect it all the way. And I also have this habit of starting things that are like already really long. And that also just discourages me from reading it again. But
yeah.
and another thing is like the place I get my manga from, there's always someone who's buying the same volume as me every time I go. So like there's just like this lag in between. Like, I swear this was here last week. Why is it gone this week? So I always have to order it. So like it gets really like what is it? I get lazy and stuff. So I don't have that many like completed sets, but definitely Witch Hat Atelier, that one.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
The art is really pretty, so I just like love stacking it there. And then Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki-kun.
Yes.
Monthly Girl Nozaki-kun. I think that was like a nice set. Like that, there's enough that it feels like satisfying to have it laying there. And
Beautiful
then
design too.
Blue Sky Complex. Have you guys heard of that one?
Yes.
That one, that one is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But I have that one as well. All of that, and then Sasaki and Yano.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
No, I feel like I have like
How
a
was that
couple.
animated for you?
It was okay. I still definitely like I like both. That was-
I do feel like with a lot of BL though, the manga does tend to be better. At least like in
Write it
the
down.
stage of BL.
They have like they're like good parts, but I think like
Yeah.
together they go well together. But so yeah, but I think collecting manga is really hard. Like, there's, especially if it's like physical. There's like no space. I can't bring it anywhere. And like
The hard part is
Yeah.
stopping and accommodating it all.
But
Yeah.
it just feels
The
so
collecting
nice
part is
to, like flip the pages. It's just
and smelling
it's
the
different.
I was
know,
going to
it's
say-
nice.
The only thing better than reading it is just that wonderful fragrance of the pages.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
don't
the
even have to
book.
like collect manga to appreciate that smell of
Yeah.
all,
You guys
I
are
think all
just
bookworms.
trying to get me to start
No.
collecting.
There's so many good things about like going like ebooks too, but yeah. So today's card topic was about like what manga we've collected so far, and we're definitely going to be like continuing to collect more things. So
Subject
You know.
very dear to our hearts.
yeah, we could probably talk about this topic again pretty soon.
Yeah.
We'll have new things to talk about, but that was a lot of fun, and please look forward to our next card talk. So what did you all think of today's episode?
I had a lot of fun.
Just adore
Mhm.
hearing about other people's collections of anything, but even more so books.
and it was interesting, like the different ways we all collect it. You know, or like or in a way don't collect it, Like I think it was like because I think we were all very different on how
Yeah.
we are with our manga, so that was interesting.
All I know for sure is IKEA is a manga collector's best friend.
It
Yeah.
is.
It is, yeah.
The Billy bookcase.
The Billy book. Strap him to the wall because with all the books on it, he'll fall.
I'm definitely at the point where I'm having to requisition another room just to hold
Start
all
your
of my
own manga
books.
cafe.
Whoa.
So I'm trying to be a little more selective these days. But I'm still prone to like an otanagai spree of anything that I read and like. So I don't see this problem getting better anytime soon, but I'm frankly glad to have it.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we
it's
get
a
to
good
talk about
problem
it
to
too. So
have.
it's yeah. So before we end today, make sure to check out our website and Twitter and tweet us at #AnimeRoomy with your questions, comments, and suggestions for future topics. And also, I'd like to see some like pictures of people's manga collections. Like I want to see how
Yeah,
everyone
me
organizes
too.
it.
I want to be shamed into.
No, just like screenshot. No.
Get on it.
I want to see how
share.
like I'm sure. Yeah. So that yeah. So we're definitely looking forward to your replies and thank you for listening and see you guys next time. Bye bye, Roomy.
Bye bye, Roomy.
Bye, Roomy.